Okay, let's move on to the lock. If you lost your keys, there's a couple things you could do. A lot of locks will have a number right next to the key, and if you go online, you could just order that number of key and get it. I didn't have this on this particular lock, but I know it's an ARE brand, and you can go on to Amazon.com, and that's what I did. And I could have bought some that were probably about $9. The ARE specific brand was $29. So I just bought a whole new lock for $29. So let's get this replaced. The first thing to do, let's go ahead and spray it down with a little bit of BP Rust Buster so it can start soaking. Well, let's check out that lock that I got for $29 off of Amazon.com and see what it looks like. Now, I don't know if the part numbers are that big of a deal for you, because you might just need to order what you got. A lot of them will have pictures that show you the exact length of the different parts and how far the screw holes are and everything that. Okay, that's what we're after. We're after the locking mechanism. Everything else seems to be the same. Looks like everything just slides onto this shaft, so that should be easy enough. Doesn't come with the screw on the end, but it looks like it's going to give me 2 screws to attach it. And these are Phillips heads, and I think the ones that are on that one are actually like a square head. And those are square heads, and just like Phillips, they have large and small ones. I believe ours is the middle one.
Well, hello, I am Ben, and you have landed on the DIY Homefront channel. And on this channel, I do it all.
Well, let's see if the lock's going to come out easy enough. This should be like a 5-minute project once you have the lock in hand. And I'm so excited. I got this at Christmas, and I haven't had a chance to use it much, and I finally get to use it. Oh boy, new tools. Okay, this is the 1/4, and it should come out easy enough. Try not to drop it or lose it. Now, this is a plastic handle. It comes off easy enough.
And the screws that are holding the lock on now are these little square ones I was showing you. Well, the screws aren't rusted, so there must not have been any water getting into this truck topper.
Let's see, can we just pull it straight up? Well, how about that? That was easy enough, wasn't it?
This assembly right here, the one that controls the locks on each side, doesn't need to come off.
All right, here's the new lock. It just simply slides in there.
If it doesn't want to go in, make sure that the locking mechanism is in the unlocked position. Otherwise, you're going to have a difficult time.
Okay, let's see if I can get all this stuff to line up all right. Before I tighten down this first screw, I'm going to go ahead and start the second one. It just makes it easier. The only thing left to do is attach that inside handle and make sure that it doesn't interfere with the window opening and shutting. Alright, it seems to function in the unlocked position. Turn the key and now it's locked. I started with no way to lock up the back, and now I've got a new lock mechanism and a key. Well, that solves the problem with the lock and no key, doesn't it?
Well, I guess we've reached the end, and now you know what to do if you can't lock up your truck topper. Get a new lock or a new key and get it all fixed up. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my playlist, and I'm going to see you in another one of these truck topper videos.